Does ziplining or tightrope walking over a gorge sound like fun? How about crossing a swinging suspension bridge or climbing down ladders? Or maybe just crossing a sheer cliff face?
If that's your idea of fun, then you're not going to want to miss this incredible Via Ferrata experience in Mürren, Switzerland. And if it sounds terrifying, then maybe you'll enjoy watching us two crazies give it a try.
We're Jana and Brett, and we help you travel Switzerland with confidence. Although, right now, at the moment, I don't feel super confident. I'm a little nervous, but I know we're gonna love this, and I hope you will too, because we're gonna share our entire guided experience with Outdoor, the #1 adventure activity provider in Switzerland, and then we're gonna tell you how you can do this Via Ferrata too.
If you have our guide to Mürren, then you're familiar with the village, how to get here, and all the awesome things you can do here. And the meetup point is here at the Intersport near Staggerstubli, so here we go.
All right, our guide showed us how to put our Via Ferrata harness set on. So hopefully I'm doing this right. I can't tighten.
After a short walk around the corner, our tour officially began with a briefing from our awesome guide Vili, followed by a stroll through what I'm affectionately calling the Tunnel of Doom, and a little skills training to make sure we knew how to use our Via Ferrata kit.
Clip in and then the next one.
That's cool, but you might be wondering, what is a Via Ferrata?
Via Ferrata means Iron Way in Italian. It dates back to the 19th century and was used extensively during World War I to move Italian troops through the high elevations in the Dolomites. But now, it's basically just a form of sports and recreation.
A Via Ferrata uses steel cables, ladders, and other fixed anchors to provide a fully secured route in places that no amateur would dare attempt otherwise. It's like a hybrid method of hiking and mountaineering that allows experienced hikers but inexperienced climbers like us to enjoy a mountaineering-like experience.
Most Via Ferratas are used to climb up a cliff or a mountain, but this one is unique in that it goes downhill on a one-way route from Mürren to Gimmelwald. But after a short warm-up in the woods, it was time for the most dramatic and the most nerve-wracking part.
Wow. Not a bad view.
Okay, quick update. This is so much fun. I'm not as nervous as I thought I would be. But it is more slippery, maybe because it just rained this morning, and gloves are a good idea because you're gonna get a little bit muddy. We are almost there. The part I'm least excited about when we're climbing across the cliff.
I kind of wish I could test my harness before this section, but I kind of don't want to find out if it'll hold me or not. Okay, this is the part that made me both want to do it and not want to do it. We're about to walk on the edge of the cliff, 600 meters above the Lauterbrunnen Valley. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Check out that view. How you doing?
Getting nervous.
It's a big waterfall.
I'm not looking at the waterfall. I'm holding on for dear life.
Clipping out, clipping in.
Ooh, wow.
Wow!
Oh my gosh, we are literally on the cliff face right now. Oh my gosh. We are climbing a ladder on the side of the cliff.
This is incredible. We have no business walking on this part. And yet we are, because somebody built this thing. How ridiculous is that? I don't want to know what they had to do to build it. Good to see there's a lot of glue in there. There's the cable car to the Schilthorn.
I trust myself. I trust my ropes. I trust these metal rungs on the side of a mountain. And I need to just pause and admire the view.
Oh wow, we've got real land. Wonder if this is how the explorers felt when they were crossing the Atlantic Ocean hundreds of years ago. To finally see dry land. I kind of feel like an explorer right now. Woo! Oh wow.
I've never felt so happy to be on solid ground.
Nice job.
That was not as scary as I thought it'd be, but at the same time, you're literally looking down over a cliff.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Okay, that was the first major element, but there is so much more in store, and now I'm just really excited to enjoy it all. Okay, we're approaching the next element, the zip line. That's our guide in the blue, and they're prepping the zip line for us.
Ready? Is it good? Good. Wow. You don't weigh enough.
That was so fun. It felt so short and I was twisting around, so I got to see all the different views, but honestly, that was pretty awesome.
This seems like a good time to mention that while you'll need to be comfortable with the exposure, this is rated as a beginner level Via Ferrata, meaning it's doable for those with little or no previous experience who have basic fitness abilities. But don't take it lightly. Besides, going with a guide is the only way to do the zipline you just saw.
Clip out, clip in. That's the name of the game. That's how you stay safe. That's a good thing. Pretty gnarly. Looks like that ladder did not make the cut. Glad I'm not climbing that one.
Okay, we just finished this section with a few different ladders, and we think we're maybe a little more than halfway through. And next up is traversing a waterfall.
We think.
We think.
Look at the giant waterfall! Oh, is this the waterfall you were just talking about?
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
I think there is a bigger one, but this is what
I thought she meant a real one. Woo! If you don't like heights, you won't like getting on this ladder. Right here, you are just literally vertical with the cliff, going straight down a ladder that almost feels like it's leaning out. Might be banging the camera on the ladder, trying to stay nice and tight to it. This honestly might be my least favorite part so far. It actually requires some strength to be holding yourself close to the ladder. That side doesn't look too bad, but that side on the other hand, whew, I'm pretty glad to be off that section.
I'm coming.
You're way up there.
I'm coming. Slowly but surely. Whew. One thing I did not expect is to get so dirty. I feel like I have mud all over me.
It's the first actual uphill we've done so far.
Next, we're about to cross a tightrope over a waterfall. It's short, but it still looks cool.
Great views again.
Gosh, I love this. This is so fun. I don't want it to end.
But you were glad that cliff section ended, right?
Oh yeah. I would do it again, but I didn't love that part. Oh, I like this one. This might be my favorite.
What do you like about it?
I like that it's like sideways stairs.
It's like walking up into some Italian apartments.
They just came running down the hill at us, and I didn't know if they were gonna stop.
Right behind me is the Nepal Bridge. It's the last obstacle between us and the end of our tour, which is sad. But if we're gonna make it back home, we gotta cross this.
There he goes. We're on our own now. Whoop. It does swing quite a bit. Woohoo! Here she goes.
Oh my gosh. I was never very afraid to sway with each step.
Oop. I always forget about clipping. a long way down.
So fun! I think I've said that 100 times today.
What'd you think of this?
I thought this was so fun. Honestly, this wasn't scary to me at all, but it does shake way more than I thought. I guess it is a suspension bridge. Plan about 3 hours to complete the Mürren Via Ferrata. You can rent equipment from the Intersport and Mürren for just 25 Swiss francs. Or if you're like us and would rather go with a guide, you can book a spot for 159 francs, which includes the gear. Tours run daily at 9 o'clock and 2 o'clock from June through October and can be booked online.
Wow, that was completely awesome.
I kind of want to do it all over again. Okay, quick fire round of some really helpful tips. Take off your wedding rings so you don't get blisters. And I would recommend gloves. That was really helpful just because you're gripping the ropes the whole time. Be prepared to get dirty. I did not expect to be so muddy, but when you're climbing the ladder, like the rungs are muddy from your feet and you're leaning on stuff. And at one point I looked down and just felt like I had been rolling in the mud. So be prepared to be dirty. That means like adventure clothes, rugged shoes, stuff like that.
Make sure you have good hiking style boots.
Yeah.
I have a really good pair of trail running shoes, and those shoes honestly do great on rocks, even wet rocks. But I had a little bit of trouble in the mud. I actually slipped twice. I never fell. And I never slipped on any of the really exposed sections. So you got to be cautious the whole time and not just think, whew, cliff section's done, I'm all good from here.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. So when we started our tour this morning, it was raining, and our guide said we could go as a group in the light rain as long as it wasn't thunderstorming, but I do not believe they let you go on your own if you don't have a guide and the weather isn't great.
And the last thing I'd say is go with a guided tour. That eased our nerves so much. I've been wanting to do this Via Ferrata for about 11 years, and I've always psyched myself out, and it made all the difference in the world to have somebody experienced show me how to put on the harness, how to make sure it was tight, show me how to clip in, clip out, so that I could have a safe and enjoyable experience. So if you've never done a Via Ferrata, definitely book a guided tour with outdoor. You won't regret it.
This Via Ferrata is just one of the many things you can do near Mürren and Gimmelwald. In fact, we made an entire itinerary about it, both as a video and as a guide. And since this Via Ferrata is only a half-day experience, that leaves you plenty of time for all those other activities. So check them out and we'll see you there.